Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Valverde card to review today. So, we're taking a look at a card that is 6 foot tall, medium work rates, 3-star skill moves, and a 3-star weak foot. This was a card that a lot of people were asking for in this game because of the fact that, it's Valverde and he's had a very good season and he didn't really have any card this year. Now, people specifically wanted him for Summer Heat just in case they were to do the significant weak foot upgrade, because obviously it's always nice to have the 4-star weak foot, but regardless, it is a Real Madrid player that is sick to have, because there's a bunch of Real Madrid players you could have gotten this year for your teams. I think most of them have special versions of their cards, so a lot of cool variables to work with in regards to this card. But ladies and gentlemen, it's an interesting one. 6 foot tall, medium dribbling stats need to be at a specific point, okay? Because what this card is kind of telling me so far is that he's kind of like the storyline Andre Gomez. That's what it's looking like so far, right? A person that's going to be on the medium work rates, that is somewhat going to be balancing your team on balance instructions, or could be very good on stay back while attacking because of the fact that he has good base defensive awareness, interceptions, and side tackles. Obviously, with this card, you would have to give him the shadow chemistry style. It's the most obvious because of the 85 acceleration, 92 sprint speed. His dribbling stats look pretty decent as well, right? So pace, definitely need to improve. Shooting at 84 attacking positioning, that's going to be interesting to try out with the medium work rates. He does have 85 finishing, 98 shot power, right? With 99 composure. So that type of stuff going to be very helpful. Passing stats on the card look great as well. Curve is at a 75. I don't think we're going to be improving that, to be honest. There's different ways that I see this card being used, okay? Because if you want to focus all of your, efforts on him being a good defensive player, you need to give him the shadow chemistry style, because I believe the shadow gives him a plus 15 for sliding tackles, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or a plus 10. Because, a plus 14 for acceleration, plus 10 for sprint speed, pretty big, right? But then there's also the variable you can give him an engine chemistry style, where you give him a plus 5 for acceleration, plus 5 for sprint speed, but then you would be improving his balance by a plus 10 as well as his agility by a plus 5, right? So kind of a cool concept. Under normal circumstances, if the game was set up a certain way, I would have probably lined him up with like a 4-3-3 or something, where a team of the season Casemiro's playing as a center defensive mid, Modric on one side, Valverde on the other. Kind of a cool concept to work with over there, right? But with this team, we're going to see how he's going to be playing in the CDM position without a chemistry style, because I want to see what types of things I want to upgrade the most in the card, obviously, right? So, is there traits on the card? There's no traits on the card, right? So defending stats, you could improve, obviously, with the shadow chemistry style. Dribbling is pretty decent. And then physical, he actually has some physical capabilities. So, like I said, he looks like an Andre Gomes card, you know what I'm saying? So the way that we're going to be lined up in game with this card is going to be the typical 4-2-3-1 that we normally use. We'll put a depth on that to 4. We'll put 4 and 4. I don't know, man. I put 5 and 5, 4 and 4. I just don't want to be like super defensive in regards to that stuff. Yeah, we'll have Valverde on the right center defensive position with balanced instructions, and then Sissoko will have stay back while attacking. Because with a 3-star capabilities, you want to have him on the right side preferably, because he doesn't have the 4-star weak foot. But regardless, should be a pretty fun card to use. Like I said, I really feel like he's going to feel like Andre Gomes, but we'll see in game. Okay, 4-2-3-1. Let's see how he plays. Nice, good defending there. I'm telling you guys, like, I know I keep saying it, but I really feel like he's going to feel like Andre Gomes. What an acceleration touch, wow. Good defensive play again. This is without a shadow chemistry style as well, dudes, because you want to test them out and see what I want the most in the card. What I will tell you, ball roll, by the way, what I will tell you guys so far about this card is that he definitely requires the acceleration and sprint speed boost, and he does require the defensive awareness boost as well. It's definitely a noticeable thing, in my opinion, for this card. So definitely take that into consideration when looking at him. And this guy used manual goalkeeping to the right side. Should definitely be stuck there if he does that, but he can go back into position. Alright guys, so we're actually going to go ahead and slap the shadow chemistry style on the card, because I want to test him out with the plus 14, plus 10, as well as the defensive boost, because you could see he even gets a plus 15 for his sliding tackles. Defensive awareness is important with the medium work rates, interceptions, all that good stuff. So it is one of those cards that you have to test out with the chemistry style. And, you know, you have to just see what it's like with that. So, let's go into a game now. Kind of nice the way he gets into position really quickly right there. The acceleration sprint speed boost already really noticeable for the off-the-ball part on the card. Just for him to be able to do stuff like that, too, is really, really nice. Runs into the space. Oh, I tried to do a, it's funny, because I actually tried to do a croqueta there, but I think it's a 4-star skill move. I like the dribbling on the card. Considering he's a 6-foot-tall player, it's actually quite nice. Try to do a nice little through ball pass right there. I have to wait a little bit longer for those, but you could see that even with the medium work rates and just 84 attacking positioning, he's still going to run into the space, mostly because of the fact that his pace has been improved, right? It's always a very nice thing to have for cards. It is a shame that they didn't give him the 4-star weak foot at the very least, though, because I feel like it would have definitely made a difference. Even the 4-star would have been pretty cool for a card like this. But, regardless, you could still work with it for sure. Nicely done. The angle there was a little bit weird. I don't think a ball roll would have worked right there, so a body feint works perfectly. So far, he's playing okay. Definitely very noticeable on the balance instructions. He is pushing up because of the acceleration sprint speed boost, as well as his work rates, but we'll keep seeing what's up. Up yours, buddy. Okay. Sounds about right. Yeah, pretty responsive. I want to see what he's like when I do a skill move and then instantly, like, kind of like get into the play instantly, you know? Very important for me. Yeah, even his L-trigger shield dribble is really fast too. That's nice. Situation like that, I thought I would have actually intercepted, but maybe I actually have to press the button there. Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to test out and see what he was going to do over there. So he actually pushed upwards on the balance instructions as well, which is very interesting. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this isn't going to be the type of card where you're going to want to have him on balance. It's going to mostly be a card that you're going to want to have on stay back while attacking cover center because, you know, he doesn't fully feel like a card you want to attack that much, and it's mostly because of the fact that he's a 3-star player, but I think this card will be fine on stay back while attacking cover center. I think that's like the most ideal thing you want to do for a card like this, but I am just experimenting and seeing how he moves in the attacking area with his medium work rates. The one thing I would say about Valverde's card is that he definitely feels mostly like a center mid. So, you know, let's just say, for instance, you guys like to rock like a 4-3-3 in this game or a 4-4-2, where, you know, you're using just center mids. He 100% feels that way because he doesn't really feel like a strong defensive presence for a CDM. And he also doesn't feel like a person you want to have in the CDM position on balance instructions. He moves very strangely, so it's definitely something that you can pick up right away for cards like this. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to switch him to a 4-4-2 and use him in the center mid position instead, because in the 4-2-3-1 he just feels very strange there, you know, even on the balance instructions. So the way we're going to actually have this set up is we're going to have him on stay back while attacking cover center for these guys. And then come back to defense for those guys. So we're going to try the 4-4-2 setup instead. It's just like generic tactics as well, because I just feel like he's going to make the most sense there. But not really crazy about using him in the CDM position because, I don't know, it's just like, it just feels like a concept card. Like I like to call these guys concept cards where they're just incredibly usable version of their card. Kind of like that, you know? Like, just the way that kind of, like, set up. I just feel like that's how you're going to want to utilize this card. Even on stay back while attacking cover center, you could see that he was smart enough to get into that position, but someone like St. Maximin, which I believe has high-low work rates, will move into that space really nicely, right? So On stay back while attacking, he will actually stay back while attacking because of the medium work rates, right? If he was like a high medium, he would kind of like contradict it a little bit. Even with a high, he would. But because he's got the medium, he's not really going to drastically push up if you don't specifically tell him to. But you can kind of even see in those positions right there, he doesn't really feel like a crazy defensive presence, right? And you could definitely feel it when you were playing with him for the first, or when I was playing with him for the first game as well, regardless of the defensive stat boost, because obviously a player will always play similar to their base characteristics first. I actually kind of want to try him out on the balance instruction for the 4-4-2. Very curious to see how he'll play with that. Wow, that was a really clean chip. That was a clean chip, man. I don't think I ever did the review for St. Maximin's card, but that came off really nice. Yeah, let's try him on cover center. Just that. No stay back while attacking. See how he plays in the midfield. You can see his positioning is a little bit more attacking oriented when he's on the balance instruction. He definitely, like, I'm telling you guys, just the way he's moving on the pitch, the way that he feels, it just feels like a, kind of like a realistic center mid, like a real life center mid, but obviously it's not really good for FIFA purposes, like the real life comparison, but that's what he feels like in the game. He just feels like a card you use in like a 4-3-3 setup where you're using like 2 center mids, a CDM, and, you know, a striker, 2 wingers, you know? Even in that situation right here, you could see where he is in the 18-yard box. Super, super aggressive. First time shot? Okay, with his left foot, he actually scores that opportunity. Let's get it. Oh, beautiful play right there. Let's go. Nice play right there. Again, balance instructions, he will attack. Alright guys, so final verdict on this card. You have to give him a shadow chemistry style for him to feel really nice in game, because I feel like he needs the acceleration and sprint speed boost as well as defensive boost. I think that his dribbling is good enough, although you will notice it being emphasized a little bit because of the 6-foot height that he has, as well as 86 agility, 82 balance, which isn't a big deal because he's mostly playing through the midfield. This is 100% the type of card that you want to play in either a 4-4-2 setup where he's playing as one of the center mids on balance instructions or stay back while attacking even, or you like to use a 4-3-3 setup where he's playing as one of your center mids. Now, take into consideration that the lack of a 4-star skill move or a 4-star weak foot is definitely a downfall of this card, but for the price range of the card being at 58k, it's incredibly fair for what he offers in game, in my opinion, right? The shooting is nice. There was a lot of situations where he was even able to shoot with his left foot, which was really, really nice. Because of the fact that his shot power is at a 98 and then finishing at 85 is not necessarily bad. His movement is very, very nice to have on balance instructions with the medium work rates and the 84 attacking positioning with the 4-4-2 or even a 4-3-3 setup. You could totally use him in a 4-2-3-1. He just feels very strange to use in the actual CDM position. I just feel like he needs to be an actual center mid in game for him to perform better. Again, this is a card that could potentially get upgrades in the future. I think he definitely requires it for extra dribbling, a little bit of extra shooting, because it needs to compensate for the fact that he has a 3-star. But it's a fun card to use regardless. You can have a nice little triple link, quadruple link setup for center mids in your team with Modric, Toni Kroos, Casemiro, and you know, Valverde now on the team. A lot of cool things you could do with Real Madrid teams if you choose to do the card. But that's how I would use it if I were to use them in my team. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the review. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.